Seventh grade social studies, welcome back to week number 8. Wanted to just use this moment to remind you all that we are coming up pretty quickly here on the end of the quarter. So if you have any missing work or anything that you've missed over the last 8 weeks, now is the time to get back in there and go through those and finish those up so that you can bring your grade up. Because remember, on March 8th, you can't turn in any of that work any longer. So you can resubmit, you can redo, you can go back and do makeup work for anything this quarter. But at March 8th, that's the deadline, and then you can't turn in any of those anymore. So make sure to get on top of those now. Now, one thing I wanted to quickly go over is navigating the Canvas page. And some of you are doing a great job at this. And so I apologize if this is just repetitive for you. But for those people who are still struggling a little bit with how to get to what you need to do, then I want to show it to you here so that it'll help you out and you can really get on top of your work. So first thing that you should always do is when you go to your dashboard, don't stay at that dashboard. Click on the actual tile for the class. A lot of people are just going here to their to-do list and trying to click through each of those things. But what happens is that there are some things that you need to know that don't have a due date, and so they don't show up on your to-do list. And sometimes they're not in order either. So you're seeing things out of order. It's just kind of a crazy mixed up thing. So you should always come into the class, go to the home page. You'll see on here, this is where I keep information about me and our links to our class sessions and my office hours, and cute pictures of my animals. And then other things that you need to know. Now, something that's new is the 7th grade social studies fridge. And this is a spot where I am going to be putting exemplary work from you guys up onto here so that you can be sharing work with other students. And I'm seeing some really wonderful work, and it just kills me every time because I want you guys to have an opportunity to share it with each other and for you to see what you're all doing. It's also a really good place if you're struggling with something a little bit, or if you would like an example of how to do something. This is a good place to come and look and see if another student did something really great on it, and you can sort of get an idea and try to understand what's expected there. So that's another tool for you to use. Once you get into this homepage, though, where I really want you to go, this should be your home base, is modules. So click on the modules. And this is like if you came into class one day and I handed you a folder of the entire week's work, and everything in that folder was in order, and all the materials that you would need for the entire week were in that folder. That's what these modules are like. Is like a weekly folder for you. So you should come into modules and then work through the module per week. So this week we're on week 8, and everything you need is here. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at what you're doing for week number 8. Week number 8, we are in Greece now, and we're going to start talking about Athens and Sparta this week. So a couple of things I want to tell you about that, but let's look at the pacing first. So the first day, that's Tuesday, you should complete the diversity choice board. This is our second week of it. So this should be your second assignment for the diversity choice board. Wednesday, Athens versus Sparta reading questions. Thursday, you're doing a discussion about a controversial topic. I'll tell you more about that. It's really cool because there is no right opinion. Everyone has a different opinion on this. You need to back it up, but there's no right answer. And that's the problem, is that no one can agree on how to answer this. You need to post, or you need to learn about the Parthenon marbles, then post in the discussion. And then this is a little bit new. You might be doing this already, but then I want you to come back the next day to that discussion and then add 2 replies. So give other people a chance to respond as well, or to put their discussion posts in as well, and then come back and reply to 2 other people. Okay. And when you reply, make sure that you follow the directions and you don't just say, "Oh, I agree." That's not enough. "I agree because," or "I agree with you on this and this and this." You need to be specific. And remember, the point is to get discussion going, get people talking and talking back and forth about it. So I agree doesn't do that. You need to give it a little bit more. Okay, and then everything is due on Monday, the 1st at midnight. Okay, all right, let's take a look at those assignments. Here is the choice board. So this is number 2. You've already seen this once before. And what I'll tell you is that you can choose whatever you want, whatever you're interested in. Choose a different one than you did last week, obviously. Choose a different assignment. What I'd really like is if you choose a different category than you did last week. So if you did the Native American video game about Coyote this week, then choose something from a different column for this next one that you're doing. However, if you really, really, really strongly want to do the newspaper article, for example, and it's in the same category, that's okay. Go with your interest, but I also really encourage you to find something that you haven't looked at before. Okay, all right, the next assignment is comparing two city-states. We're talking about Athens versus Sparta. And this is a slide deck then similar to what you've seen before. It has informational slides, it has maps, and it has videos all embedded. You'll look through those and then you'll answer the questions. And what I'll tell you about this, just to sort of get you oriented in here, is that there are two city-states, Athens and Sparta, that are very different in the way that they lived and the way that they governed. Sparta, the interesting thing about Sparta is that I want you to understand that we don't know very much about Sparta. They didn't have a lot of writing and they didn't write books about themselves. So everything that we know about Sparta is from outsiders. So someone named Herodotus went into Sparta or learned about Sparta from the outside, and then he wrote about it, but he was not a Spartan. So we really don't have any primary source information from Sparta. So it's really interesting as you learn about Sparta, remember that everything we know about them is from the outside. So if it's something negative about Sparta, think, well, maybe is there a bias here? Was there something that someone from the other side was trying to make a point or trying to make Sparta look bad? Or do you think it's true? So think of that. That's just important to understand that we know a lot about Athens. We have a lot of Athenians writing information about Athens. We have nothing from actual Spartans themselves. The last assignment is the controversy discussion. This is about the Elgin marbles or the Parthenon marbles. When you get into this, make sure to watch this 3-minute video with the instructions and some introduction, and then you'll go into here and read and learn all about them. Remember that there's no wrong answer. Just learn about the information so you can have an informed opinion. And then, guys, get into it. There is no wrong answer, so have a little bit of fun and share your opinion, share what you think. Okay, I think that is it for this week, guys. Just 3 assignments. It's an excellent chance for you to go back and get anything done that's missing along the way. And I will be in my office hours at 2 every day. And I will see you on Friday for VC. Okay, have a great week, guys. Oh, and I also need to tell you, because it is a quiz question this week, my favorite animal is a duck-billed platypus.